Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, time for Case's movie review. And just got a text in reminder from Elaine in Franklin Park who said she's the one that said Case has to watch Casablanca. When we started doing this almost 2 years ago, actually over 2 years ago, she said that's one of the movies that first came out of the gate to do. So thank you for checking in to remind us of that in Franklin Park. Let's get right to it.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
Utah. Give me 2.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
Now fry like bacon, you little freshman piggies. Fry! Fry!
Playing football in West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
Well, here we go. Casablanca released January 23rd, 1943. Oh, great year. The budget was $1 million, which I got to think back then that was like $1 billion.
I knew you were going to say that. That's so funny. I knew you were going to say that.
The box office was $6.9 million, which was like $6.9 billion. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, 99% of 133 critics review it as positive with an average rating of 9.5 out of 10. It's been named the second greatest movie of all time in the American Film Institute's 100 Years, 100 Movies, listed in 1998. We're going to be at Universal Orlando Resort next week, and on site, Case will do E.T. because there's an E.T. ride there.
There is.
So we finally found an excuse to watch E.T. So that's coming up next week. But first, let's get into Casablanca. And here's how it was advertised in 1943 with the trailer.
Casablanca, city of hope and despair, located in French Morocco in North Africa. The meeting place of adventurers, fugitives, criminals, refugees lured into this danger-swept oasis by the hope of escape to the Americas. But they're all trapped, for there is no escape. Against this fascinating background is woven the story of an imperishable love and the enthralling saga of 6 desperate people, each in Casablanca to keep an appointment with destiny.
He's reading the script. He's just like he's telling you the whole movie. All right, maybe that's better to grab people than just explosions and, the trailers today are more video than words. I liked his words.
No, speak on that. Trailers are more videos than words now?
Yeah, more CGI, more explosions, but he sucked me in with what the movie was about. He pretty much told you.
He's setting the scene.
Yeah.
He's painting a picture.
Because they didn't have CGI back then.
Well, that was one of your big complaints with the One Battle After Another movie that came out with Leonardo DiCaprio, was you saw the trailer and you went, I don't know what this movie's about.
Exactly.
They should have just done this.
They should have. And I will watch that eventually, but this movie...
Sure.
Have you seen it yet, Kenzie, that one? One Battle After Another? Mm-mm. Okay, yeah, it's got to see that.
I told everybody to go watch it as soon as I saw it in theaters.
So
you know me, I have to wait till it streams because I don't have a babysitter.
It's on HBO.
By the way, the Smashing Machine stream starting today on HBO Max.
I would not recommend that one super heavily. Watch One Battle After Another first.
Okay.
Also on HBO.
I want to see it, but I don't get sidetracked. So Casablanca, Case, take it away. What did you think of this movie, one of the greatest movies of all time?
It's been such an interesting 24 hours because at this time yesterday, I thought Casablanca was the name of the woman in this movie, and I thought that was her. It turns out it's a city in Morocco,
Yes.
which I'm sure is lovely this time of the year.
Oh, it's probably warm.
Yeah, probably really nice. So Casablanca is a movie about a guy named Rick who was a weapons smuggler in a war that America wasn't involved with. I don't know how he got involved in that war because he's American, but
Monster.com.
he applied on Indeed. He's like, I think I could be a weapons smuggler. So he is basically a war criminal who's hiding out in Casablanca, and somehow he has the money and paperwork and financial resources to start basically a casino, like a cafe, like a club type deal. Mm-hmm. So
I would assume selling guns made some nice money.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, he probably has a nice little savings account.
Usually when you're doing a high-level, dangerous war criminal jobs, it comes with it's not minimum wage.
You don't see a lot of poor war criminals.
They don't take FICA out of your paycheck. No. It's like, it's all cash. All cash, baby.
He's like, it's this health insurance is just so expensive. I hate being a war criminal. So he's got this club, and his whole thing is like, keep me out of it, not my monkeys, not my circus, which means that in this club, you have degenerates, you have gamblers, you have the French, and you have the Nazis all hanging out because this is a movie about World War II while World War II is happening, which is crazy, the timing of it. They wrote the script and they were like, this war is still happening. Guys, we got to get this movie out.
That's a good point. Because I'm trying to think of how many movies, like they didn't do Pearl Harbor after it happened.
Well,
it came out like 50 years
they're
later.
Just like all walks of life still need a drink at the end of the day. Am I right?
So that's his thing, right? Is this bar is neutral territory for the most part. There is a guy that gets shot early in the movie, but I didn't fully understand what his story was. He had these papers that everybody kept on talking about, and then he gave the papers to Rick, and Rick didn't tell anybody they had the papers, but then the guy that they thought they had the papers got shot, which
he should have minded his business.
He should have minded his business like Rick, because Rick keeps on going like, I don't
Rick's
play
minding
favorites
his
here.
business.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that Han Solo shooting Greedo? Because this is like the Star Wars cantina, this
a little
bar.
bit. It's like I actually made I made the mental note. I kind of want to see a Netflix spin-off series that just is like Deadwood, but it's all about the club in Casablanca. Like, I want more
It's like
of the
Cheers.
club. It's like Cheers. It's just like Cheers.
It's cool.
So it's weird because at one point in the movie, to get all the Nazi stuff out of the way before we go into the romance part of it, there's French guys at the bar, and there's Nazis at the bar. And then there's this guy, Laszlo. And Laszlo is married to the woman that Rick loves. And more on her later because I have some thoughts on her. But the Nazis start singing and like chanting their like war hymn, which is not a catchy song, but they're playing it like everybody's having fun at this jazz club, right? And the French hear that and they go, well, we're going to sing louder than the Nazis to drown them out. And then the Nazis get mad and we have the audio of it here. This is undoubtedly the funniest part of the movie where the Nazis get mad and so they shut down the club that they've all been gambling at because there's gambling going on at the club. And admittedly, the punchline to this is very funny to me.
I advise that this place be shut up at once.
But everybody's having such a good time.
Yes, much too good a time. The place is to be closed.
But I've no excuse to close it.
Find one.
Sorry, monsieur.
Everybody is to leave here immediately. This cafe is closed until further notice. Clear the room at once.
How can he close me up? On what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
God.
Yeah, that kind of rocks.
Nazis are always a buzzkill, right?
Amen, sister. That's what I've been saying.
When have they been a good time in any scenario? I'm just sick of them.
You think in a club where there's gambling going on, that'd be a good hang with them. But they're
they still ruin it.
They're really bad people all the way around.
Yeah.
But it's weird. You know, we talk about like whether or not this movie will age well or not. And I think Rick's political ambivalence in this movie is quite strange, that he's like, hey, I just want everybody to have a good time here. It's like, well, maybe be a little bit more selective about who has a good time here. Am I wrong for thinking that?
I think there's a lot of people that profit, in that situation of just, I don't care about the politics, just give me money. I want power and money. He's got a cool bar. I don't think he cares.
Hey,
cool bar.
And you know what?
This is a small business doing its best.
Right. I mean, their money's green, the French people's money's green. Or I don't know what color the money was back then. Actually,
I'm actually not sure if it was like coins. I don't know what they're doing there.
They're probably just like gold bars they used. I don't know what they used.
I don't know what they use. I don't know what the
currency.
Mind you, he's a war criminal, and then he's doing illegal things in his bar.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably doesn't want to piss anybody off who could then go report stuff. So it'd be very hard to isolate a group because then they would be interested in making sure he gets shut down and found and all sorts of stuff.
And he also has these papers, which they kept on talking about. And I don't mean this in a funny way, but I obviously know the historical significance of having your papers. But I was confused. For a lot of the movie, they just kept on talking about how he's got these papers, got to get these papers. I'm like, you got to be more clear. I don't understand, because I couldn't tell if Rick wanted the papers, if he needed the papers, if he was going to give them to somebody else. They just kept on talking about the papers, and a guy got shot because they thought he had the papers. It was a lot of talk that really confused me, and it all led to the Nazis essentially being bad hangs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going back.
Shocker. Spoiler.
And going back to Rick, running guns, probably not high moral standards.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what side of the war he was on, if it was a more just side or not.
Probably sold guns to both sides.
Oh.
Probably. War criminal.
War criminal. And that's how you make money in a war, is you sell them to both sides.
Right?
Can't be picky.
We should be doing that.
Should we go be war criminals?
I think so.
Oh man, what a great way to make money. That's our side hustle.
What's that movie about with Jonah Hill, but they're selling military weapons? What movie is that?
It's something dogs, isn't it?
Like, is it War Dogs?
I think it's War Dogs.
Yeah, and that's based on a true story. But, every time it's based on a true story, it's just like, well, because there's guns in it and there's guns in real life. That's like usually the extent of the true story.
Yeah, you're right about the papers thing. It is, I rewatched it. It's very confusing. And also, Rick uses them for and against everybody, kind of in a way. He got the guy killed.
We made fun of the Matt Damon audio earlier this week when he was like, yeah, Netflix makes us reiterate the plot 3 or 4 times in a Netflix movie now because everybody's on their phone. And when I watch movies for the show, I take it very seriously. I'm very locked in. I'm taking notes as I go along. But, man, halfway through Casablanca was I hoping that somebody was going to look into the camera and go, okay, guys, here's what's happening right now. Because I was confused for most of this movie.
You were looking for a filming similar to The Office. Yeah. I would love a one-on-one.
I needed a testimonial from Rick in the office of the nightclub going like, I just hate when these Nazis do this. These papers are so stressful. And by the way, here's the significance of these papers.
Yeah, it certainly would have made it a little easier to say, so we're in Morocco again.
I know you thought Casablanca was a woman. It's not. It's a city. And here's what's happening right now.
Okay, so more on the woman, Ingrid Bergman, a dime piece.
The gam's on her, let me tell you. I have a lot of thoughts on Ingrid Bergman, but I think we have to go to break. Can we talk about the controversial romance of Casablanca when we come back?
We can absolutely do that, because that's the other side of it, besides all the Nazi and gun running and not caring who's winning the war side. That's all coming next, the conclusion, and also the rating of one of the greatest movies of all time. Can a 26-year-old case give that a high rating? We'll see if it aged well in 84 years. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, coming up in just about 5 minutes, we have an amazing thing to tell you about Monday that's going to happen Monday around the 8 o'clock hour. That's a free thing for you coming up. But we're in the middle of Case's movie review of Casablanca. He's going to give his review of it. January 23rd, 1943, it came out. One of the greatest movies of all time, without question. Some would say it is the greatest movie of all time. And we've gone through the Nazi angle at the bar, not a good hang in general, even not a good hang more than we ever thought about a Nazi, that they don't like gambling either. Mm-hmm. I mean, not let alone all the other baggage they have. They're shutting down a bar because of gambling?
There's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, come on. You can't like anything?
Come on now. Come on.
So, Case, you wanted to take it now. We're past that angle, but to the romance angle of this movie.
Well, again, I didn't really know anything about this movie. I thought it was a rom-com until yesterday at this time, and I thought the woman's name was Casablanca. So we find out that the lead woman in this movie is the character of Ilsa, and she's married to a guy named Laszlo, but she thought Laszlo died in war, and so she met Rick one night in Paris, like right after she thought he was dead, Laszlo.
Yeah.
So no grieving, no mourning, just right on to the next man, boots a-knocking, no problem whatsoever. And so her and Rick have this one night in Paris, which is romantic. Hey, I'd love to have a romantic night in Paris. It'd be fantastic. So they have this night where they have this incredibly strong connection, and then they're planning on leaving Paris together. But Ilsa finds out that Laszlo isn't dead, and so she leaves Rick hanging because she has no communication skills. And also, I guess it was the 30s, and so nobody really had any communication skills.
No texting. You can't say, hey, you up? I'm alive.
Yeah, sometimes.
That didn't come through.
Sometimes late at night, you float an Instagram reel out there in the Instagram DMs just like, hey, are you awakened on your phone? Like, what's going on? Do you want to take this Instagram DM to a text, or what's the story here?
And then Case's phone dings, and he's excited, but then it's just me sending him a meme, and he's like, damn it.
Kenzie, the amount of times over the last few months that I have been like, man, I would love to hear from so-and-so right now. And then my phone dings, and it's just you or Brian texting me. And I'm like, this sucks so bad.
Hey, check out this reel. It's pretty cool.
It's something I don't care about.
Oh, by the way, I'm alive. It's what her husband would have done if he had texted.
Yes, he would have been like, BTW, I'm alive. But they didn't have that. And so Rick is just on this train leaving Paris with no woman in his arms, which would piss me off. So her and Laszlo, I don't know why they ended up in Casablanca. maybe they say it in the movie, but it wasn't clear to me. But they end up in Casablanca, in the gin joint. All the gin joints in the world, you end up here. Yada, yada, yada.
I know, right? That is just a coinky-dink.
Yeah.
Of all the gin joints.
You know, and if
Wait, I want to hear Kenzie do the accent. Go
of
ahead.
all the gin joints and all the places.
Is it Cher doing it again?
That was not Cher. I'm just a girl, so it sounds more Sherry.
Of all the gin joints.
Humphrey Bogart, not the most expressive man I've ever met.
Oh,
right,
boy.
so that's what I'm saying.
Pretty monotone. So even like, okay, so let's say I go to a gin joint, right, with my wife, and my ex is running the gin joint. I'm probably picking a different spot. But instead, Ilsa is some sick witch, and she decides to hang out there, and as she's with her husband, is still continuously professing her love to Rick throughout this entire movie. This is like Pam in The Office with Roy and Jim, when she was engaged to Roy, but clearly obsessed with Jim. It's the same level of like, hey, what's going on? Like, you can't have both. You got to pick one of them. And she's trying to have both throughout this entire movie. And it leads to the climax of the movie. It's 80 plus years old. I'm going to give spoilers away. It's not going to ruin the movie if you haven't seen it. But Rick has these papers that we keep on talking about. And he decides to give these papers to Laszlo and to Ilsa. He's like, you guys are going to leave Casablanca. If you don't leave now.
Aren't they like travel papers? Don't they allow you to be able to travel? That's the point, right?
I think.
Papers,
like a
yes.
form of a passport, like type thing that they can travel because of the Nazis, it's not easy to travel.
Well, there's the famous line, your papers are not in order.
Yes.
Your papers had to be in order, and you had to have them everywhere to get anywhere.
Right. So these are the papers.
You ain't going to Walgreens without your papers.
By the way, good move by Rick. You know who I'm going to give these to? You man. Get out of here.
Well, they're in love with each other. So there's this final scene in the movie, and the only other thing I really knew about Casablanca was this last scene I've seen screenshots of before. It's very famous. It's very smoky for some reason. I don't know, like there's a lot of cigarette smoke in this movie, but it's the foggiest scene there's ever been in cinema history. And they have this dialogue. Everybody listen to this clip and remember that everything Ilsa says, her husband is 10 feet away, within earshot of everything she says to Rick in this clip.
What a baddie.
You said I was to do the thinking for both of us. Well, I've done a lot of it since then. It all adds up to one thing. You're getting on that plane with Victor where you belong.
But Richard, no one.
Now, you've got to listen to me. You have any idea what you'd have to look forward to if you stayed here? 9 chances out of 10, we'd both wind up at a concentration camp. Isn't that true, Louis?
I'm afraid Major Strasser would insist.
You're saying this only to make me go.
I'm saying it because it's true. Inside of us, we both know you belong with Victor. You're part of his work, the thing that keeps him going. If that plane leaves the ground and you're not with him, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
But what about us?
We'll always have Paris.
Oh, man.
What about us? Her husband's right there.
I know.
You think he's holding her bag? Are we gonna go?
Is he a simp?
I mean, I'm a simp, but brother, come on now. Leave your woman there.
Have some respect for yourself.
But I think he's like, I think the only reason he's still there is because he's like, I think it's gonna go my way based on the conversation I'm hearing.
He still has the papers, right? Oh,
He's
the
like,
papers.
I
Okay.
got the papers.
I'm so smitten with her, Ingrid Bergman. Oh my gosh,
She's
hot.
very good looking. I mean,
So hot.
for a lady. Okay, all right. She's not
Relax.
She's not on the cover of SI Swimsuit. Just relax a little bit.
Honestly, passed away too soon. Too soon.
Before you
Because you
could
didn't get
hit
your
on
shot
her?
at
That's right. I was too. When she died, I was too young. I was like 7. It's like it's too bad.
You need a real man.
Because she obviously went with everybody, so why wouldn't I have a chance? If I had some papers to throw at her, she might have came my way. I didn't.
So I don't really look at this as a romantic movie. I find the throuple dynamic of those 3 characters to be completely absurd. I don't really think it's well explained why the husband and Rick end up working with one another. I know Rick's doing it out of his dying love for Ilsa, but it doesn't land with me. I found it to be deeply, deeply flawed, as I did most of this movie.
I think part of it is, and this is me presuming this, that in that time, and if you ever talk to your grandparents, if anybody is still alive from that era, a lot of people thought they could die at any time in wartime, World War II, and they're over there.
Yeah.
So I think everybody thought, yeah, why not hook up with him, and and her and them. Why not? I could be dead like in a minute. There's
Well,
Nazis.
maybe your husband's like, what am I getting in an argument with her and then I die?
Yeah. There's Nazis in the bar.
But I think I could die all the time, and I'm not hooking up with people.
So you don't realize how good we have right now. You're going to be fine. These people could die any
But you want
minute.
to hook up with people. You're just not finding the reciprocal.
Okay, it's a skill issue is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got it.
You want to.
Yeah, different mindset back then. They all died younger, and then they all could die from Nazis any minute, any time. So why not hook up with 8 people?
All right, 2026 not sounding too bad. All right, well, glass half full as we get our Casablanca review.
I was just nervous for her. Like, she said all that, and then she goes with him, and I'm like, he's going to beat the brakes off that chick next time. I was like, you cannot go with a man after you said all that in front of. That is not safe. She should hang out with the Nazis and be more safe after that.
And they go on some rickety plane to leave the movie. You just think they're on the plane, and he's like, so Paris, huh? What happened to Paris? What about Paris?
No, he's like, I'll take the whole plane down. It's like, uh-oh. Like, I wouldn't. You can't do that with the world.
He's right there. It's crazy.
Yeah, but she's hot, so I'll just deal with it.
All right, amen, brother.
Talk to this guy you hooked up with when you thought I was dead, and I'm in, like, in constant
You think he
treason
jumped in
camp.
like, Rick's right.
Yeah. You guys should go back to Paris, actually.
Yeah. Rick's right. You should be with me. You always have Paris. Let's go. Let's skedaddle, honey.
All right, so what are you going to rate this movie in?
Old-timey cigarettes, because boy, are people smoking in this movie.
This movie, like you said, it's constantly smoke in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, I guess back then they were just, again, living the dream. I'm going to smoke. I don't care. I'm going to smoke.
Casablanca is 5 old-timey cigarettes out of 10.
Wow, that's it.
It's a movie that everybody should watch for the historical significance of it, but let me put it this way. It's no Heat.
Well.
It's no Jaws. It's no Shawshank. It's a fine movie, but it's no Heat.
It's not even Point Break.
It's not even I'll take Point Break over Casablanca any day of the week.
There we go. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Next week, E.T. live from Universal Orlando Resort. And we're going to talk about that next, how you can get there after Lola Young. Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.